in West Africa, we have a lot of rice dishes as staples. But none of those rice dishes really appeals to me like the Nigerian fried rice. It is a delicious balance of flavors, heat, spicy, savory, just everything all in one. To make my Nigerian fried rice, I'm going to need, first of all, some parboiled rice. I have 3 cups parboiled rice already in here, and I'm going to just rinse that and I'm going to cook it, but not cook it all the way through, just slightly before it's done. I have some water in here, and I'm just going to wash it by really rubbing the rice in between my palm. So I'm going to rinse this off and repeat the process. Now you know your rice is well cleaned when it is starting to get clear. It's not quite as white or cloudy as it was when you first started. As you see, I'm still running my hands through that rice, trying to get off any excess starch. You know, it's all about health for me. I try to make things healthy, less, calorically dense, and nutritious, and that's the way I like to cook. Now, there's a rule of thumb that comes when you're cooking rice. It usually means whenever you're cooking rice, for you to get really well done rice, you cook rice as 1 part rice to 1.5 parts water. But because I'm not trying to overcook this rice now, I'm just going to do it 1 to 1. I have 3 cups of rice here. I'm going to place 3 cups of water in here. And I'm just going to salt this rice. Not too much salt, just enough to get that, make sure that taste of salt is in that rice. It's well seasoned. Just right. I'm going to cook this on medium heat until all that water is already soaked up by that rice, and then we'll go to the next step of our fried rice process. We have medium heat. It's going to be in here for about 20 minutes, and then we're going to check on it. Our rice has been cooking for about 20 minutes now. The water is all dried up. It is time for me to fry our rice. I'll make our classic fried rice. Placing this rice aside. And I'm going to place my wok on my stove here. I have some room temperature butter here. And I'm going to melt in about 3 tablespoons full to start with. Now, when cooking fried rice, you've got to cook it in batches. Because once again, when you cook it in batches, you can be able to ensure proper level of flavor and seasoning in all batches. So we're going to cook this in batches. I'm going to melt this down. Now, first thing I'm going to do, store my onions in there just a little bit. Remember, we're cooking this in batches. I'm going to cook that onion until it's translucent. My onion has been cooking for about a minute now. I'm going to add some pepper mix to that. Now it's time to add my seasoning to it. I'm going to be adding some chicken bouillon. I'm going to be adding a teaspoonful AfroFood curry. Teaspoonful of AfroFood thyme, the best thyme in the world, and some white pepper. So we're doing is stir frying our vegetables. Now some people like to add meat at this stage, and meat in terms of either liver or shrimp. You can be able to add it if you are using something like that at this stage. I'm just doing a plain stir fry. So I'm not adding any meats with this stir fry. We're going to let that cook another minute, and then we'll start adding our rice in. Okay, so my stir fry is done. I'm going to now add my rice in here. And there we go. To this now, I'm going to be adding some peas and carrots. Oh, the peas and carrots adds an extra dimension to this. There you have it. Our fried rice is ready. Look at this. Absolutely gorgeous. Now let's go in for a taste and see how this tastes. You really have got to try this. This is absolutely delicious. Delicious balance of flavors. From the curry, the thyme, the bouillon, it's all working so very well in here. So remember guys, whenever you're trying anything, breakfast, lunch, or dinner, think African, do African. From my kitchen to yours, enjoy.